So welcome to a Contest 3.0 update. I thought I'd better explain some things because I'm getting a lot of questions. And not just from people like Solitaire who ask questions because she wants to know the answers, but from people who don't seem to comprehend what I mean. Jack's thing is effectively you need to build a building that only uses 4 floors. This is 4 floors. Each one of these counts as a single floor. Okay? There's one exception to this, and I will show you that. Um, If you decide to build porches, a porch counts as 1 floor. Okay? Now then, I am counting the gantry stairs as 1 floor. So any form of this staircase here, right, left, whatever type you want to use, that counts as 1 floor for the purpose of this. A single floor is made up of 4 of these little cubes. So 4 quarter floors, 2 half floors, or 2 quarters and 1 half. If you use a roof as a floor, it counts as a whole floor because there are no half roofs or quarter roofs. So this is to clarify that because I've had some people ask me about using roofs. I've also had some people ask me about using rugs. If you use a rug to bridge this area here, for instance, right in front of my character, it is not going to count against you in the floor category because you're using a rug to like add just, maybe a half of this can be bridged with a rug before it interferes with being able to walk up and down the stairwell. I just wanted to clear this up so people have something of a rough idea of what they're working with. I don't want you to. The idea is for you not to beat or figure out a way to beat the number of floors that you're allowed to use by adding more. The idea is for you to build so small that you put so much detail into such a compact area that you have built a camp that you wouldn't normally build, and in hopes of enhancing your ability to merge and float and whatever you decide to do with the items that are in your camp in your decoration phase. Your budget will be a lot more than you think it will be. For instance, if you put down a bunch of turrets and lights, they eat a lot of your budget. Well, with a smaller build like this, you're not going to have a lot of turrets and you're not going to have a lot of lights because you're not protecting the whole area, you're protecting this little build. Other thing you need to consider when doing this, and that is that this is meant to be fun, an exercise in fun, and it's giving you the opportunity to build something that you wouldn't normally build because you might not really have the budget for it all the time, or you might build like Solitaire builds these wonderfully large structures, but doesn't really do compact. You know what I mean? Not as often, or at least not as often as I've seen. Um, Same thing with Lord Helmchan and all the people that all the people that participated in the first contest. Most of them built these beautifully ornate high dollar homes that they couldn't afford to live in if they were in reality. But I want you to build small. I want you to try and build something small enough that you have something that when you look at it, you're both proud of building it and proud of doing some things. Now, there are a couple options here that I'm going to give you guys. For instance, if you decide, for instance, to not use any of the floor space for your workshops, I will let you throw down one prefab because this is 1 floor though. So if you throw down a prefab, you lose one of these floors automatically. Okay? You gain a lot of space with prefabs. That's the reason why they're used. But I am taking away one of your tiles. So that's one of the options that I'm giving you. Because I do understand that, if you want to put out all of your workbenches and things like that, 4x4 isn't always the best way to go. And I put some of mine out on the ground around vehicles and as decoration and different things like that. But not everybody thinks that way, and I get that. Um, Other option that you've got besides prefab is to use your shelter. Just put down the shelter and have anything that you don't have in your camp that you want to have in your camp, like your workshop items. Put them in the shelter. They're there. They're free. Most people don't really have a use for them normally. If you do that option, let me know so that I'll add a point for anybody who goes that route to the scoring. But I want you to have options, and I want you to be able to have a good time with what you're doing, and I want you to consider what you're doing, because you're not going to build some monolithic structure unless you stack a bunch of crap on top of each other just for fun. So, oh, and do remember, if you have billboards, you can use those for walls. I'm just going to clarify that before we start. So, anyway, this has been Ren for Ren's Wasteland Camp Review well, no, this has just been Wasteland Games Contest 3.0 update. And this is my character Harley. And here within the next couple weeks, I'm going to try and build my version of a trap camp so you guys can see what that looks like. Because if I can do it and put out a video on it, I may encourage you guys to try and build something like that for the next contest. Or just something cool. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but got to think ahead, plan a little bit. If you have any suggestions or if there's anything you want to see in particular, feel free to go ahead and put a message in either the videos or PM me through Discord. I will happily try and add anything that you request whenever I'm building videos. So don't have a problem showing you a trap camp. Don't have a problem showing you well, one of my friends just finished a museum, so I can show you that. I can show you anything you like. Just ask. If it's something that's in the game and you've got a question about it, or even if it's a quest you're having difficulty with, I'll try and give you the answer for that too. So have fun. Enjoy your game as best you can, and as always, talk to you later.